Hello and welcome, Cosmic Quantum Travelers. I hope you're doing good. And the cat goes, yeah, go on then. People. Now, that for the intro. So basically, I wanted to say thank you so much for all who have been part of the last group call and activation. Fully awaken your creator God self, and that we have. Also, for those who are still wanting to access the replay, the details are in the description box below. We went for over 5 hours. The activation went for over 1 hour, and truly also a big activation to the Ra Center, our kind of new solar plexus. Also, the Aten disc. This is also what I've been shown, and already before the activation, because again, the activation was already in the field. It continues to roll out and build in potency, so to say, over the next 72 hours, especially. So again, anyone who still wants to join, hop on if you like. And what I was shown is that the collective crown of thorns, which is part of the crucifixion implants, have been fully removed collectively. So this is all part of the, our chakra system or systems, upgrading, clearing out, and all of these artificial implants, inserts that has really disconnected us at light body level from our connection to source. So this has been fully healed, cleared at collective level, which now allows us to fully, all as one, to remember ourselves as one with God and one another. So the totality of the singularity, fully locked in here now. Join the field. I mean, that's the whole thing. We are remembering that it's always here. The peace, the silence, the advancement with source is always present within us. When we really truly connect through our heart with source, with the Holy Spirit, however we want to call it, we can also call it the super consciousness field. It's literally, it's not about religion or even calling it spirituality. It should be the most natural thing for every being to know themselves as one with source and one another. But obviously that got a little bit lost in translation, in words especially, and we spoke about this more in the group call, which I can highly recommend. Also the one from the Ascended Master membership group call, part, so to say, 26 that I offered for 11/11. Truly, that was over 4 hours, a replay from last week, but it really ties in with everything, I've been speaking about the last few days, and it really was a good call. And I had another person who took part in today's call say that, like, it really helps you to clear, realign yourself, like this last open group call and activation plus that membership group call replay for 11/11 really helps you to merge with all of your aspects, bring everything into full, true coherence, reconciliation from within the one. It truly is all about unconditional love, understanding why we are the way we are, why other people are the way they are, and bringing true forgiveness to all parts of us. This is ultimately multidimensional integration. And the biggest part of that is just being present with whatever arises within us. No more suppressing, gaslighting ourselves, rejecting, abandoning parts of our own self that we don't like to look at because it's too painful. But that's just through the ego filter lens. That really just happens through the ego filter lenses that put things into boxes of good, bad, right, wrong. You're a bad girl, good girl, boy. The good versus the bad. All of this distorted polarity, which doesn't allow for the big picture to be truly seen through the eyes of God, where you can see the divine plan underlying all, and that everything had to play out the way it did, otherwise it wouldn't have played out, as well as there were many timeline corrections part of this. So we did make some adjustments for sure. And this is truly what it is all about. But what are timelines? Okay, even if we talk about timeline corrections and quantum leaps and jumps and timeline jumps and all of that stuff, truly it's now just quantum realities because time and space is being fully transcended along with gravity. as you fully remember your eternal God self and fully merge with the eternal now moment, which is the sweet spot, the still point of the 0 point field of divine love, neutrality, and oneness, where you literally call all parts back to you. So this was a big part of the activation today. And again, thank you so much for all that helped make the magic happen and literally return all parts, fragments, aspects of the one God self back together as one whole, as well as returned all the souls, beings, fallen beings, soul fragments back to source that went home for re-encryption. So this is the final massive multidimensional merging sequence completing at a big cosmic monadic level. Again, just worry about your own consciousness. As you shift, they shift. As you align, all aligns. Okay, as we shift our programming, they shift their programming, because there's only one of us here. So it's like, because something was said during the call earlier on, it's like, you know, most are still in the old programming, something along those lines. And ultimately, it's like, it's our perception of them. We need to shift our perception of them, ultimately, as well as, you know, you need to feel what's possible in the field. You can't force it. It's like, they're getting it all, they're awakening now. It's just, it's divine timing right now. And yes, we're all awakening, all as one, because there's only one of us here. The total numbers of minds in the cosmos is one, which is what Erwin Schrödinger said. And I truly believe in that. So, you know, quantum science truly is the bridge between science and spirituality, so to say. And again, this is so much also about all of these polarity principles fully merging, realigning, balancing, harmonizing. And that's truly what's in the field. So true divine hierogamic union of the one, of the Holy Trinity, is truly in the field, where, again, it's happening in your own field, this divine union of the masculine and feminine, birthing the divine inner Christ child. Again, the Christ consciousness within you, that's crystalline consciousness, you having crystalline clarity, you being in alignment with true God source consciousness, with real truth, which is then, what would you project out if you were God, but heaven on earth, which is here already, and it's becoming fully visible, physicalized now. As I already said many times before, I believe the magic key in the lock, so to say, to our new earth realities, to make them fully manifest in the physical, for us to see them, because they're already there. That's the whole thing, okay? These are sound and light fields. And it's like our sight is adjusting as we are shifting our perception. And it's also, again, part of our multidimensional DNA activating, which, again, the activation call will really help you with. And bringing all these parts back together, bringing everything into full, true coherence from within the oneness, which we're all part of, where there is no more separation. And truly, the only one who's suffering here is the ego self that still feels separate from the oneness. You truly find your real, true, higher identity, your new, higher multidimensional self, your new diamond avatar self, as you fully dissolve into the oneness, as you become one with everything and fully dissolve all of the separation of them, us, we, you know, this feeling of separation. Because any aspect, anything in the field that's still triggering you is pointing you towards aspects in the self you haven't quite looked into the eye yet, you know, aspects, shadow parts of you that you haven't fully acknowledged yet. And I also spoke about this more in the call again around black magic, because truly I was shown yesterday, it's so much connected to self-talk, negative self-talk. This is really what it all comes back to. So the last few days, we've been busy literally with just clearing out the last molasses, as I call them, which is really all this underlying subconscious programming that constantly tells us that we're not good enough, that we can't do it, that we are stupid, that what's wrong with us, we should be ashamed of ourselves. All of this shit, which is literally collective, again, mush, limiting programming, which is not based in truth. This is not who we are. And like on the highest level, we know that. But again, these are all the programs we've been loaded up with by our environment. And again, it's a chicken and the egg. It's like quantum. It's just, it's there, okay? And it's ours to sort out. It's not to find someone within the game to blame all of this on, is it? Or one group. Like, because if you do, and you can't transcend that separation you feel towards that group, these beings who are hurting themselves, otherwise they wouldn't hurt others. Okay, and this is where all of this stops. Like if you can't transcend your judgment, your hate towards them, you will find yourself embodying that which you hate. Truly, that's how it works. That's what karma is for usually. And this is also what the bardo process is for. So what I also could see through our group call, one of the males, one of the masculines, was going through a pre-emptying of all that guilt, shame, and all that shit that he felt was also connected to him listening to my last updates and that group call, the 20, the Ascended Master group call 26, part 26. That helped him release that at a deeper level. And he really basically made, so to say, a public apology in front of us all towards the Divine Feminine for, getting things wrong, making mistakes, the things we talked about and blaming it on her. And again, we always bring this into full coherence in our calls. Again, this is all of our divine inner, or rather not so divine masculine aspects that are being purged, that are being seen, and just being held, because I was just like sending out so much love into the field towards the masculine, especially because I understand how hard it is for the masculine. Like he's been traumatized by society because it's like we all want intimacy, but the masculine hasn't even learned, the males haven't even learned how to connect to their emotions, how to express them. So it's like, don't have emotions, how are you going to be intimate with anyone? If you can't show your emotions, express them, like emotional immaturity is fully clearing in the field. As we can own up to all of these feelings, because it's also full of forgiveness of the feminine, of the masculine, because it's like she gets it. It's just like, let's stop it already. Yeah, because we just want to move on. But we need to go there into the anger, the frustration, on the feminine side in this case, and then on the masculine, the guilt and the shame. And again, we all have these aspects. We all have the guilt and the shame and the frustration and the anger. You know what I mean? From all sides. These are all aspects of the oneness. Just some of us are healing certain aspects more heavily. And the masculine has to purge the false masculine aspects as well as feminines again. It's both end, yeah? But you get me. Some more than others. Certain soul themes that we all have. The same as I keep needing to clear the heartbreak, the depression, the anxiety, the whole, like, literally, like, it feels like, just all the wounds the divine feminine has of all the gaslighting, all the attacks, all of that shit, without feeling like the victim, using this as a tool to further empower yourself, as well as, yeah, you need to say it's not okay. Like, your whole field needs to scream, or rather, it's just not, once you're fully in alignment with your real true self, none of these projections of other people, negative energies, can get to you anymore. That is your field fully sealed. And this is what's happening right now. So what we did, what is part of this multidimensional integration, retrieving all of our fragment soul aspects, is basically this healing at a planetary, galactic, universal, and cosmic level. Because again, we are doing a cosmic reset ascension here. It's a full reset, literally, of the playing field, okay? Like a full shift, and literally our worlds will be shaken. So this is what's next, okay? That's what I see. As always, take what resonates, leave the rest. You need to access within your own DNA blueprint, so to say, consciousness, what you are about to access, what is real true for you, okay? Because again, we can listen to updates and all of these reports all day long. And then if it doesn't happen for you, well, yeah, but what are you doing? Are you just listening to this? Are you truly, really believing what I'm speaking about? Are you embodying what I'm speaking about? That's a whole other thing. Knowing the path and walking the path are two different things. So anyway, I don't even know where I was, but what's clearing in the field is any kind of imbalances, miscommunication between the masculine and feminine, the war, the split is being fully healed. That's all I can see. Between the masculine and feminine energies, principles. And this is at the core of all polarities throughout creation. So this is what heals. Again, it's kind of rehealing the micro and the macro. So all of these fragments, as well as the core of the core of the core of that fragmentation, which is the masculine and feminine split. So true herogamic unions in the field. I've been shown a wedding cake, a white and red one. It's almost finished. We put the icing on the cake today. So this is truly sealing in. Oh, that's what it means. Now I get it. It's sealing in. It's sealing the morphogenetic field. Lovely. The cake being the blueprint. Okay, 555. Esu karashakara tekanatenu sunatara kinakaneta eshta aitarata. So truly, this is where the morphogenetic field, our field, that of the cosmic monad, fully heals. That's the blueprint, fully healed. That's it, fully igniting. The new cosmic quantum tree of life of the masculine and feminine, the new solar emanations, the two suns shining again as one. So again, we spoke about this a little bit more in the activation, and I truly believe, I mean, this is all about us now coming together, the divine counterparts, which is what's reuniting, you know, in the physical. This is what's reuniting the tribes. And really is, you know, we are returning our true tribal records, origins, cosmic origins, who we are, what really truly has happened, free of all fallen timelines, free of all fear programming. That's what that really means. So all of the molasses that's been clearing, what's underlying all of this shit is negative self-talk. It's de-evaluation. And this actually also ties in with German new medicine. I mentioned this before, which is very much connected to, you know, whatever disease, illness you have, it can be connected to a mental, emotional imbalance, a trauma, basically, but it's all based on de-evaluation. So where you talk down on yourself on some internal level, okay? Where you can't see yourself clearly, because your real true self can see yourself clearly, and you're freaking awesome, as well as perfectly imperfect. Always something to align, fine-tune, as well as, you know, it's like perfect, as well as a work in process, that kind of thing. And that's a new divine human, yeah? Half God, half human. You're not supposed to be just godlike. You're also allowed to be human and have faults. And again, what is that even? That's judgment. It's human, right, wrong, good, bad. Again, our weaknesses, our strengths, our weaknesses, everything exists within that polarity, and you fully unify this and bring this all to peace from inside of you through the infinite power of true divine love, seeing it through the eyes of neutrality, how God would see it. And that's why you need to sit with all the parts of yourself, cry. I was also crying today a little bit. A good clearing for the ones who were part of the activation or who will still listen. It's always, you know, I always clear the field, and yeah, there were some tears coming of just, I just know it's just all fully healing. It's all here. The heart is fully healing, the nervous system. This is where healing miracles happen. Oh yeah, I left underneath in the description box underneath my last video, but I'll do it again, 2 links that I forgot to mention. Jesus Christ. Okay, that was a fox, and I think there must be a dog somewhere close. Whatever that was. Anyway. Okay, there was a link about, and I'm gonna enter it again, leave it here underneath in the description box, which was about the 37 miracles Jesus created. I also leave the link to a great website. That's how I got there. Okay, sorry. A great website of Chinese new medicine, where you literally can look up the illness, the disease, as well as on the left-hand side on the menu bar, you can dig further into more of the theory behind this, because they really connected science with, again, the mental, emotional body, and the connection between, you know, the two through brain scans, and really kind of scanned the whole body and mapped it out. And it's a really good resource, especially if you're a healer as well, or work with people, or just for your own purposes, or people around you, you know, because just knowing what it's related to, you know, what kind of self-evaluation specifically, just helps you heal it, truly, because this is all about getting to the root of the problems, not fighting the symptoms that we see everywhere in humanity, everybody disconnected, everybody addicted, everybody not in their true self. It's all a trauma response. We all have PTSD here. So this has all been about healing the heart and the nervous system, okay? So the heart heals the mind, and then the mind heals the heart, because once the mind can clearly see through the eyes of God, it then projects out. It can see things, the feminine, all people, places, things for what they truly are, not this mush. Because we are projecting out the toxicity. We are projecting out fear-based realities, because we still had them running in the subconscious. That was the mush. That was the molasses we've been clearing. And with this activation, fully, completely. And again, this comes back down to, as I'm being shown, negative self-talk. That's literally the start of black magic. You're constantly talking spells. You're talking down on yourself. And then we wonder why other people are thinking about us negatively. And I had to like excavate another layer of that. So you know, and we can't see until we see it in others. That's the whole reason why we have mirrors around. Again, if we can see it in our field, we can align it from inside of us. That's where our power lies, because it's part of you. So that programming you see running around, you can shift that from inside of you as you see that programming from a higher perspective. And we create the programming here, so to say. We set the stage, okay? We are the core of the cosmic monad. As we shift our programming, the whole program, the whole dream scene changes. As we can see through the eyes of God, we are projecting out heaven on earth. That's what's happening right now. As you fully surrender your mind to your heart, which is your access to source, fully keep emptying yourself of all of these crazy thought forms and belief systems, fully let everything all the way the fuck go, all the storylines, all of your attachments to people, places, things, who you think you are, fully let it all the way go, empty yourself. What could happen? Beyond you letting rid of shit and heavy density. This is literally what this karmic load is. It's heavy density, all these inverted thought forms, simplified. If you want to get rid of demons in the field, get rid of fear. Burst through it. Be brave. Like, this is truly where, as all the fears of abandonment and rejection fully dissolve from the field, we become truly fearless. That's you limitless. That's you breaking out of your own fear matrix. That you are projecting out yourself. Us all as one. Yeah, that's why we're doing this, to get us all out. So as one of us ascends, we all ascend. Okay, as one of us fell, we all fell. That's just how it is, because there's only one of us here. So blaming, shaming ourselves or anyone else doesn't get us there, as well as you need to feel it, see it arise and leave, just like any fleeting experience, everything ever is. It's just one fleeting moment after another. This is why you don't hold on to nothing, especially now, because everything becomes very fluid. You know, nothing is set anymore in big, long cycles. This is the end of cycles, or the looping. Okay, what did I want to get now? Okay, the miracles Joshua performed. Just a few, and I'll leave a link below, because it was really quite fun. Because this is what we're fully activating now. This was also part of the activation, yeah, if you want to dig further into this. I mean, this is what us activators do. Again, it's also part of the plasma light body fully coming online. Us ultimately in full true alignment with our real true crystalline emanation of self. True clarity at one with the God mind. And you only get there as you let go of your false ego mind and belief systems and thought forms. Truly, keep letting them go. Keep emptying yourself for God to show you real truth. Nothing to lose, but bad programming. So, and become very aware of your self-talk. When you tell yourself there's something wrong with you, if you do something wrong, or you're crazy, or you're whatever. Really, really super aware right now. Okay, and just observe, let go. Just don't freaking believe it. You don't even need to change it, override it. Just observe it for the falsity that it is and let it go. It's just literally the programming clearing. It's like all the false timelines out there, okay? Everything going to shit. It's just this crap clearing. It comes up and out as it does, as with any illness, so to say, and virus and infections. So some of the miracles Joshua performed. Turns water into wine at a wedding. Always a good party trick. Definitely on the menu. Jesus heals an official's son at whatever, Galilee. Jesus drives out an evil spirit from a man. We are doing this all the time. And again, mostly you can do this by just transcending all fears. Really, demons, demonic entities, they are negative thought forms of the collective that have created a life of their own, you know, the whole consciousness, and basically that has gone, you know, spinned off and was out of control, so to say. But this is where it all starts, and this is the root cause. So this is where you fix it all. As you fix the root cause to how it started, which is small, all the negative self-talk, all of the negative spells we're constantly casting upon ourselves, our own lives. We've created all of this. You need to really realize you have created all of this to break free your own insanity, to come out the other end, to see clearly again. And now, then you can create from the heart, free of all of this limiting programming that has been constantly directing our lives, and we call it fate. Well, it's our own deepest self-belief systems, thought forms. And again, we're not conscious of them until we become conscious of them. That's why it's so important to make the unconscious conscious, okay? And be very mindful and intentional now of our thoughts, beliefs, what we speak into reality all the time. Because that's how we constantly shift it from deep within. So other miracles performed. He heals Peter's mother-in-law, sick with fever. He heals many sick and oppressed. We're also doing that, okay, also on the menu. First miraculous catch of fish on the lake. So again, manifesting out of thin air, okay, some way, shape, form or another. Everyone fed, everybody provided for. Again, I mean, there's so many layers to this, but literally there is no lack beyond us projecting this out. Okay, simplified. Because we feel not enough, and this then projects out in all kinds of ways, shapes and forms into the collective, and it's constantly being projected back at us through all of the news and all of that fear-mongering programming, which we're also becoming immune to now, Ushakarata, and it fully dissolves in the field. Jesus heals a paralytic, he heals a man's withered hand, raises a widow's son from the dead. We're also, as we're fully crossing the rainbow bridge, so to say, into heaven and earth, many of those paths we will see. So this is also a way of raising the dead, which again is already on the menu, so to say, of what we're doing here. And then Jesus casts demons into a herd of pigs. I don't know about that one. What? Okay. And then, I mean, all of these things, you know, obviously healing the blind, feeds 5,000 plus women and children, walks on water, all of that good stuff, okay? So let's remember how we do this. Truly, Diamond Avatars, fully online. I also leave another link, again, because I forgot to mention it last time, which is all about you are God and science can prove it. A nice little 10-minute video. Again, it's so important, the kind of consciousness we're constantly listening to, you know, reading, taking in all the thoughts we're thinking. Again, you want to surround yourself with that kind of consciousness that's literally accessing, helping you access this quantum reality now. You are, you know, connecting you with your true creator self, of you becoming very intentional and knowing that you are constantly imagining reality and projecting it out. Okay, and even science has caught up on this. It's just that they don't publicize it in schools because they like to keep everyone dumb. And they're still teaching Darwinian freaking science. So anyway, beyond all of that crazy nonsense of the old realities, truly now we fully awaken and ignite our own inner magician self, the creator self, very intentionally. Now we can create from the heart, literally from our heart's content. And again, it's also non-attachment to specific outcomes. Right now, I mean, I'm just having my field very clear and, you know, open, because as the heart heals, you can open to the blessings and the law of wanting to come to you. If we're in defense mode, again, we can't, okay? And then just leave it up to God, just show me some big ass miracles, make them beautiful, and I know they will literally blow our minds, because our own little minds can't even come up with what's about to unfold. So I was also shown part of the Ra Center activation. It was part of today's activation. Again, they're also collective, so we're all being affected to different degrees. Was also part of that, the Atom Solar Disk, which is that really helping us really power up as a new divine human. So it's also been shown to me as directly interconnected with the Sun Disk network, planetary-wide, and interdimensionally the Sun Star network, the interdimensional Stargate system, and the Crystal Heart network, and our, again, the ignition of our own Diamond Sun body blueprint, and the Diamond Rainbow Plasma light body, fully coming online and visible right now. It's our power center fully powering up. It's also about the connection, because that had to fully clear the lower 3 chakras, especially also connected to the 3 lower dimensional layers and levels, and that connection up to the heart and healing that 2D and 4D split as well, which also exists as the split between masculine and feminine principles. Again, also the crown twinning between the divine counterparts, and also your crown and your third eye is becoming your kind of, you know, your third eye, and then your new crown is your soul star chakra, which is kind of our new halo crown. And literally all of our chakra systems fully cleared, the Antakarana, planetary-wide in our systems. Again, everybody is picking up on as much of this as they can, as their blueprint template is ready for, because it's all about an accretion of frequencies. Ultimately consciousness, you retrieving your own blueprint, but it goes in increments, because otherwise you do literally blow out some wiring, which sometimes we can feel when we're a bit overloaded and feel rather like stuck into a plug or something like that. So now we fully get to unstuck and unfuck ourselves, okay? As we take full mastery over our own minds and the programs, aka belief systems and thought forms, we keep entertaining. Because that's what creates. Thoughts create. Back to the basics, simplify, truly. Beyond all spirituality, okay? Like mindfulness is the start to all of this, okay? And deleting all of the thought forms, limiting beliefs that keep you playing small and projecting out this crazy scenario. Now, this has been fully deleted from the field. All I can see is the cosmic reunion party of the one. That's what's next on the menu. The next few days, this weekend especially, highlighted massively. Again, always now. This is not about linearity, but this is true divine alignment on all layers and levels, which means divine timing. And truly, I can recommend you also, now I've shown this yesterday, to become fully timeless. I know I speak about transcending time a lot, but I was even at a deeper level, like, okay, fully timeless now. As well as it's all about frequency, yeah? But no, we don't need to wait any more years. I'm assured. I truly see days before we see the world shaken, especially our own worlds, in a really good way, okay? For the better, for good, for real, forever. As everything shifts from deep within, everything shifts out there. You create a change. Again, you're projecting out reality, okay? So remember the basics. Again, I leave some links below, as I mentioned, also to the crown of thorns, if you want to know more about that, and crucifixion implants, which really have disconnected us from our God essence. And is also connected to implants, pineal cage within your third eye area and so forth. So this has all been fully cleared. Along with the black magic spells, again, this all comes back to our own inversions, how we see everything ourselves. That's what it comes back to always. And this is where we get to realign everything from. Now become fully timeless, to be here now. That's the thing, as you fully transcend time and the waiting and when is it going to happen and all of that stuff, because it's already happened. You're just fully aligning with that reality. You're fully quantum merging with that parallel version of self, of you, of everyone, of earth, of reality, fully ascended, fully reset in no time whatsoever. Okay, it's already in the field. And it's just in the magic now moment, everything will shift. That's all I can see. So, but when we stop waiting, that's when it happens, when we really fully merge with the eternal now moment. It can only ever happen now. That's the only time anything ever happens. You need to fully transcend time, space, and this false gravity to transcend this lower reality, which is constricted by these terms. Literally, it's a time matrix. Okay, in a quantum, you transcend all of this. How else do you want to teleport? Travel through our time and space. And again, it's inside of you. This is where you feel it first, then you see it out there. So everything comes in alignment from deep inside of us, and everything aligns for us, truly, okay? And become very truly aware now. Be super responsible of what you're creating with every thought, word, feeling, action you take. Align everything with your true purpose, the life you want to live, okay? But again, with a lot of love, with a lot of compassion, love all of these parts up until they're fully loved up, and the change happens by itself. Because that's you loving all of these aspects back, but they're also the ones you no longer need are being returned to source, and they will just drop off, you know. All of these parts you needed in a way to just survive and make it through this crazy imprisonment, matrix experience in the fallen realities in a way, okay? And again, it's beyond human judgment. You just need to know what works for you, what doesn't. We're all very unique. We are all, you know, we are all different, have different bodies, truly. And, you know, it's when we compare ourselves, that's when the trouble starts. Envy, jealousy, thinking we're behind, we're not quite there yet, or we're not going to make it. All of these crazy thought forms, beliefs, okay? Let them all the way go, truly, okay? We're all getting there as one. Nobody's being left behind. It makes no sense from within the totality of the singularity, truly. And once you fully merge with that, you'll see that what I speak is truth. So now, let's be that. The oneness truly gets you all the way there. back to your real true self. It's beyond your sense of your identity as a little human self, okay? It's super vast, it's very fluid. You're at one with everything. There's no more separation in this field, as well as you know yourself and you have your boundaries and discernment fully in check, okay? This is what we were missing a lot. So this is why we went for all of this, to truly hone our disabilities, discernment, boundaries, integrating the self within the one within the many within the one, and know ourselves, you know, as our own unique expression, version of that God spark, as well as, you know, you are the drop, the wave, and the ocean. It's the both end. And having integrated that is also, again, part of the soul. Pineal pituitary gland merging, right and left brain, heart and mind, masculine and feminine principles, higher, lower self, meta, antimatter. These are all these principles, okay? Merging that within the oneness, within the still point of the neutrality field, is you at one with the frequency of the Godhead. It's the frequency of true divine law of neutrality oneness. It's, again, even beyond these words. It's what the threefold founder flame truly represents. That's a tri-wave fully returned, overwriting any of the distortions, all of the reversals, which are the inversions within the consciousness. It's all here. Just keep letting all of the garbage go, please. Okay, stop feeding it. Focus on all new earth realities. Everyone fully ascended, everything fully healed in a blink of an eye. It's a simulation. Okay, shape-shifted from deep within. As you shift your perception of reality, it shape-shifts all around you as our own transformation is completing. Okay, it's all quantum entangled. Again, it's a happening, but we can all help it along. Again, for those who want to access the replay details, the details are below in the description box. Thank you again so much for everyone who supported me, was part of the calls, activations, any donations, like, share, subscribe, comment. Thank you so, so much, truly. And keep going there, literally. Keep feeling like you're having your new multidimensional headset on. One more thing I came across today was an expression of somebody said, somebody's like smacking that, you know, the old headset off your head. So kind of like it's been literally just someone is just, you know, kind of, yeah, smacking it off your head. Sounds a little bit brutal, but you know what I mean. Not in a bad way. And you're now putting on your new multidimensional headset, okay? So the old is gone, and you're going to see through all your eyes and your headset again. What you're even experiencing as reality are signals that are being sent out of you, from inside of your brain. That's why you can have these headsets on and you literally feel, taste, think you are in some alternate reality, you know, in the new technology, so to say, that's available to us now, okay? So full multidimensional screen coming online now, the new sound and light fields of creation ultimately, as everything is the harmonics, the frequencies, all of what we've been working on, all of what we've been talking about, all of the unseen, many of us can see, sense, feel, but haven't been fully manifest. It's all in the field and it's going to become visible now. As again, our multidimensional DNA plasma light body is coming fully online and truly through the frequency of true divine law. That's the magic key. That's the magic frequency, because fear is what closes it down. Okay. And we had to remember what true divine love really truly looks like, because it's not just love and light, it's not just gentle love, it's also tough love within the omni love of the one, of source. Okay. And it's you fully unifying all of your multidimensional selves in true divine love and really understanding yourself, having gotten to know yourself. And that's how you know yourself as one with God. And that's how you know everything else is part of this. It has been, all of this has been created by the one, for the expansion of the one, for all races and bloodlines to have been truly unified as one, whilst hopping around in our individuated bodies, so to say. Can to have fun now, truly, the lightness of being fully returning, as well as knowing ourselves as part of the oneness, and that whatever we do, don't do, think, feel, all affects all. Okay? But now it becomes light, playful, as the cosmic Christ child fully comes out to play. It's here now. So truly connect with that, your inner child, being rebirthed, feeling fully safe, fully supported by life, by the universe, by God, knowing yourself as one with God. That's how you get there. That's the only safety net you need, fully aligned with true north, your true purpose and destiny. It's all in the field, the new coordinates of new earth, us reunited with our soul family tribes, the one cosmic family, big reunion party. It's here. That's what's next, okay? So get ready for the party, for the dancing, for the celebrations. I'm truly looking forward to that. Again, loads of rest, loads of self-care, especially for the feminines who've given a lot. There's like, I've been again today before the call at a point where it's like, okay, you just constantly feel totally spent, totally exhausted, totally tired. I've just been needing so much rest and relaxation, and you still feel tired. But I know whenever I need to make a call, and then, you know, even after I was guided again to do this video, and then I'm going to take, again, a good rest, so to say. And really just, you know, for many of us who've been given so much and really have nothing much left to give, to, you know, focus on the self-nurturing, self-care. Again, a lot of rest and rejuvenation is what you just need just simply for the light body activations next to kind of just recuperating from this journey. But I know that truly our, you know, original life force is returning, vitality, health, eternal life, youthing. That's what's on the menu. So we're turning, so to say, to our best version of self. And there's also a little bit of, again, shape-shifting is one of the things truly that I'm looking forward to, where we can be whoever we want to be. But again, this is part of the full multidimensional light body activations. Not everybody is just having access to that as we're making this jump, so to say, out of the false matrix construct back into true, real organic reality, but everybody will have the chance to become that truly fully embodied diamond avatar self at one with their guardian ascended master level self. And us having fully returned truly all of the blueprints, the templates, the source codes, for all races and bloodlines to be fully rehabilitated now. And again, as one of us heals, we all heal, because it's truly the one cosmic body, mind and soul, the cosmic monad, remembering its own oneness. Okay? As well as, again, the differentiations, so to say, within the differences of light body activations that everybody's accessing right now. Okay, I leave it here. Thank you so much again for all your support. Thank you for hanging in there. Again, this is so much about consistency and just keep holding the vision, keep holding the field. I mean, it's the whole consciousness we're retrieving, and that is there for good. Yeah, we're not going back to the old. So there's no more cycles, no more going back to what was. This is so done. And it's just unfolding now. So let's make it beautiful. There are some really beautiful unfoldments ahead. A lot of love to be felt. That is going to heal everything and all, truly. Bringing us all the way home. Because love is truly who we are. It's a state of beingness. It's free of all compartmentalization, all judgments, opinions, belief systems that have separated us. And it can see reality, ourselves and us, one another, for who we truly are. God source consciousness in a body. All one. That's true disclosure. And it's one thing saying it, talking about it, and a whole other one to truly embody this, feel this, know this as your real true state of beingness. And that's what's returning to all, truly now, collectively. Cosmic quantum style. All right, I'll leave it here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So much love, so many blessings. I see you there. Bye, bye, bye.